And I'm not sure if the interpretation is correct, but I'm saying one is not able to tell what happened during that time. If the car takes another turn, one cannot be able to tell.
That is correct, Manu.
Uthi yebo yiqiniso umuntu akakwazi ukusho ukuthi uma ithi GPS unlocked kusuka kwenzakeleni.
Then it proceeded. What time when the GPS unlocked? Where was it now at this point?
It was at the Baragwanath Hospital, Manu.
Uthi ke makwenzakala le GPS unlocked yayikade ikuphi uthi yayikade ise Baragwana esibhedlela.
Sorry, when you say Baragwana, you mean the same place?
My lord, that's the last position I had was the road passing in front of Chris Hani Baragwanath.
Right.
And the next time when I can positively say where the vehicle was, it was back in Chris Hani Road.
Manje ke uma kwenzakala le GPS unlocked umayiqala ibekade ilaphayana idlula ngase Baragwana Hospital uma seyizobonakala manje ukuthi imoto seyikuphi ibonisa ukuthi ikulowo mgwaqo wase Chris Hani.
Okay. And what time did it arrive at Moroka Police Station?
My lord,
eMoroka Police Station ngemizuzu uma sekudlule A16 ngemva kwehora lesine.
How long did it remain there?
My lord, the vehicle started up at 28 minutes past 6. That would be 2 hours and about 14 minutes.
Moto ke ime laphayana njengoba bengisanda kuchaza ukuthi ngo16 minutes past 4 futhi yona yadumiswa ke uma ithi 28 minutes past 6 ntambama.
Okay. Now, Mr. Dubris, you are at Moroka Police Station, right? If your purpose is to go to Rustenburg from Moroka Police Station, which one is the closest route? If you don't want to come to Pretoria, you have no business in Pretoria.
If the closest?
Is the closest route to Rustenburg. You have no business in Pretoria, you don't have to come to Pretoria. Which will be the closest route?
My lord, if I was driving, from Moroka Police Station, I would most likely get back onto the N1, going in a northerly direction, trying to get to the N4 as quick as possible. If depending on, do I travel highway or do I take back roads?
Perhaps you can use the GPS to assist us.
My lord, then I'll have to use this. This is not a GPS at this point in time.
Okay.
But if I would travel highway because it's the easiest and the safest.
Let me put the proposition, this proposition. If I am in Moroka, as far as I know, the simplest and the quickest way it will be to go via Randfontein Krugersdorp. It will actually be the shortest route. Coming to Pretoria, it's actually doubling the kilometers to Rustenburg.
Yes, Mr. Malloy.
I suppose that's a matter for argument, but the witnesses said you to use freeways, N1 and N4. I think that was...
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like to see the buildings. Then you use the veld. The guys who want to go to Cape Town, they enjoy seeing the Karoo.
Yes.
And others want to see the Garden Route.
Yes.
So speculation.
Yes, speculation.
The point, my lord, that I'm making is that if you are in Moroka.
No, you're right. But I'm saying it's speculation because put it to him that somebody drove on this road instead of driving on this one because of this and this reason. Fine.
Uthi ke ummeli uma umuntu eshayele esuka laphayana eMoroka efuna ukuya eRustenburg engenalutho ekwamele azolenza la ePretoria, lo muntu angathatha yipi indlela? Ungoti uthi bekasathi uyayihlola mhlawumbe umuntu angathatha uN4 noma uN1 angene ku highway iyo eseduze ukuthi iyasebenzeka. Ummeli uthi mina ngingummeli bengathi ngisuka eMoroka bese ngiyahamba ngiyodlula ngase Randfontein bese ngithatha umgwaqo oya eKrugersdorp ozongisa ke eRustenburg. Uyasukuma ubaba Baloyi uthi lokho ukucabanga kwakho, asazi ukuthi lo muntu lo bekade eshayela wayekade ecabangeni. Inkantolo ithi nakho lokho umuntu uma ingabe efuna ukuya eKapa ebafuna ukuzibona zisuka zihlukile.
What time you said they left Rustenburg?
Yeah, 1828, my lord.
1828. What time did they arrive at Rustenburg on that day?
Uthe basuke eMoroka isikhathi mayithi 1828 manje bafike nini eRustenburg?
My lord, the first ignition off recorded in Rustenburg, let me just make 100% sure here, was at 33 minutes past 10 on the evening of 19 June, my lord.
Imoto ifike yacishwa okokuqala eRustenburg uma imizuzu ngamashumi amathathu nantathu emveni kwehora lesishume ebusuku.
To Primrose on the 19th, my lord. Only most likely on the 20th. But on the 19th,
Yes.
last trip recorded was at 26 minutes past 11 the evening.
Uthi imoto nge-19 igcine ngo-26 minutes kumbe iye nge-20.
No, I agree. I'm saying to you, from that Phukem police station, this is the very same vehicle. It was there on the 19th, but the next morning at about 3:30, it was in the vicinity of Primrose police station. Is that not correct?
Just confirm, my lord.
That is
Ukusuka ePhukeng imoto iye yama esiphoyiseni sasePrimrose uthi cha ime esiphoyiseni sasePretoria North.
when was it in Primrose police station?
My lord, I'll have to check.
Thingibheke ke ukuthi ePrimrose police station ifike ngobani isikhathi.
My lord, the vehicle was recorded in Primrose. I don't see it. Ah, there's the police station. Correct. The first time the vehicle arrived there at the Primrose police station was at 4:30, my lord.
Uthi ke imoto iyabonakala ke isesiphoyiseni sase Primrose imizuzu emashumi amathathu ngemva kwehora lesine ekuseni.
4:30 at Primrose Police Station on the 20th.
That is correct, my lord.
Bekade ilapho nge-20 uthi yebo.
So, Mr. Dubris, according to the evidence that you have just led, is that from the 19th of June, when the vehicle left Pretoria North Police Station and it took the route to Moroka Police Station, from Moroka Police Station to Vosloorus Police Station, and Vosloorus Court, and back from those hours, because there was no interruption. It was always on the road. That is what I'm trying to put to you.
No
It was always on the road. It was few hours stop hours from that time, 2:30.
Yasuka ePretoria yaya ke esiphoyiseni saseMroka, yasuka yaya eVosloorus enkantolo, yasuka enkantolo yaya eMroka, yasuka eMroka yaya ePhukeni. Akusichazisele ukuthi ithathe amahora angakhi ukusuka, futhi uma isuka ePhukeni yaya esiphoyiseni ePretoria kusuka lapho yaya ePrimrose. Usichazisele ukuthi ithathe amahora angakhi. Uthi usayibheka.
My lord, roughly calculated around about 23 hours from the morning, leaving Pretoria North at 19 minutes past 4 till arriving at the police station on the 20th at 4:30. That's
Uthi
almost 24 hours, my lord.
ngahle ithathe mhlawumbe amahora amashumi amabili nantathu ukusuka imoto ngalesi sikhathi isuka ngo-19 minutes past 4 ize iyobuya kusasa kwakhona ngo-45 minutes past 8.
And finally, Mr. Dubris, I'm not sure if we are also including the first 17 hours that we calculated in these hours. Remember, we calculated 17.
That was before the...
Yes. So it will exclude this 23 hours. I mean, it will include, it doesn't include this 23.
Yeah, then it's...
The 17 hours.
It's almost 40 hours. Then.
40 hours. Thank you. Thank you, my lord. I have no further.
Uma kuhlanganiswa lo ya 17
Yes,
hours
Mr. Ngobezulu.
nalo
You said you wanted
23
to
hours.
ask some questions.
Yes, my lord. There are questions for the witness. My lord, I'm not sure if it's convenient for us to actually.
What's the time, Mr. Wade?
It's 12.
We must assist this witness to go.
Oh, yes.
He made time for us, especially.
No problem. 12 minutes to 12.
What's that?
12 minutes to 12.
Two?
To 12.
Yeah, if you can pursue.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I proceed?
Let's go.
Thank you, my lord. I've got questions for the witness. Sir, with the lift of the court, my lord, I'll proceed from the 18th because I understand there's evidence in relation to accused number 1 for the 31st, the 5th, the 1st and the 2nd, including
Yes,
the
okay.
19th. But I'll start my cross-examination on the 18th to avoid confusing the record. May I proceed?
Yes, yes.
So on the 18th, specifically at 1852 or 1853. Say first, okay, let's say 1851. The motor vehicle was driving at N3 joining Grey Avenue.
That is correct, my lord.
uthi yebo ngo-1851 imoto yayikade driver ku-N3 ingena ku-Grey Avenue.
The longitude that shows it showed 28.1514. The longitude is 28.1514. Then the latitude is negative 26.2656.
Uyabonisa ke ukuthi laphayana longitude uthi 28.15.143, latitude uthi minus 26.26.557.
55. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it, my lord.
Uthi yebo lokho ngiyakubona.
All right. When this vehicle was off-ramping from N3 to Grey Avenue, so does it show which direction did it take according to that?
My lord, yes, if we can have a look at the screen there. I just want to make it a bit. So there's a position at 1850.
Yes.
There's the position there at that interchange with the N17. Then from that time, 8:50:32 to 8:15, you'll see there's a little arrow over here on the display, reflecting that the vehicle was traveling in a southerly direction.
Uthi nabo ke iyabonisa ukuthi imoto yayikade ihamba iya ngasezantsi.
There's the little arrow. It then proceeding onto Grey Avenue and then turning in a westerly direction underneath the highway and proceeding along Kritzinger Road or Grey Avenue.
Nayo ke iyabonisa ukuthi uma ilibele yehla njalo iseyaqhezuka ingena ke ku Grey Avenue.
So at 1852:42, it shows that it was driving at Collins Street, Fairwood Park, Albertine.
That is correct, my lord.
1852 iyabonisa ukuthi yona yayikade ise Collins Street eFairwood Park eAlbertine.
So it turned to the right side of,
Yeah. Coming off the highway,
yes,
it went into Grey, turned
Yes.
right into Grey, passed under the N3 and then went into the direction of Collins Street.
Manje ke nayo uma isuka ehighway iyajika ngakwisanda sokudla yangena ku Grey Avenue yazongena ku Collins.
Will you agree with me if we look at the map that Collins Street is also on the left side of Grey Avenue, but it's not, you cannot drive to Collins Street turning to the left direction.
Yeah, my lord, if the map there shows that the street is not joining, you'll have to go around. There's no direct access according to the map.
Thank you.
Uthi kuya ngale map leyana akukho la ukuthi ungakwazi ukungena ku Collins ngaphandle kokuthi uye ngakwelinye ihlangothi.
Thank you, sir.
But maybe, my lord, just for clarification, Collins Street is on both sides of of Grey Avenue.
I-Collins Street yona ikhona ngapha nangapha idlulana no Grey Avenue.
Yes, the other side of Collins Street, there's an open area. If the map can show us, there's an open area next to that Collins Street on the left-hand side, not on the current side.
Uthi lapha ku-Collins emgaqweni kunenye indawo evulekile hayi ngase garage.
I suppose you're referring to this area over here. Is that the open area, or are you referring to this open area?
The open area on the
Because there's two open areas, my lord, on both sides of the road.
on both sides. Yes, but next to Collins Street. Not on the side of the garage, of engine garage, but where you turn from Kutsinga and drive around, there's an open area on that Collins Street.
Now, my lord, I think I'll explain it on the map, because my left and right, and everybody's left and right is not always the same. The vehicle came down the N3,
Yes.
turned into this Grey Avenue,
Yes.
passed over, it went then to this area where Collins Street is. There's the cul-de-sac. Collins Street is this street over here,
Yes.
and also this street over here. And in both cases, there's open areas adjacent to Collins Street.
Thank you.
Uthi ke imoto ingene la kulo mgwaqo la khona iyaphinda yeza ukholele umgwaqo wakhona nawo uyalela ku
Your directions. It shows a direction turning to the right side. I think
That's correct, my lord.
uthi yebo uma ujika ke uyongena ulaphayana eGrey ibonisa ukuthi ujikela ngakwisandla sokudla.
after you made a turn, on the left-hand side is the engine garage.
Collins Street, the
Yes.
engine garage is on your left hand side, correct,
That's
my lord?
correct, yes.
Uthi uma uqeda kujika ungena ngo lomgwaqo uCollin yebo i-engine garage ingasesandleni sesinxele.
Will you agree with me that on the first turn at the garage, it's Mali Street? Do you confirm that?
Uthi uzovuma ukuthi uma uqeda kujika la ngasegarage kunomgwaqo uMali.
My lord, let me just confirm.
Uthi ithi ngiyibhekisise
It's a very short street.
I would suppose that would be Marley Street, my lord. It's not referenced on the map.
uthi ngizocabanga ke ukuthi lo mgwaqo lo kungaba yiwona uMali ngoba awubhalwanga kwi-map.
It's, if I take you to 1915, 34 seconds, it says starts at Mali Street. That means that state, as you confirm that that street is next to Collins Street.
It must be in the vicinity of Collins Street, correct, my lord?
Uthi ke uma ngibuyisa ku-1915 isikhathi ibonise ukuthi imoto iye yaduma ngaseMali emgaqweni uthi yebo lo mgwaqo useduze neCollins.
Yes.
There's just tried a different view of the map, and that is Marley Street there, confirmed.
Uthi uyavuma nayo ke lo mgwaqo usubhaliwe uthi Mali.
Both Mali and Collins Street are closely connected. They are close to each other.
Yeah, Marley makes a T-junction into Collins, my lord.
Uthi uMali yona yenza i-T junction engena kuCollins.
If you proceed with Collins Street further up, although it may not reflect there, but you approach Fraser Street, which is in a T junction.
That is correct, my lord.
Uthi uma uqhubeka ngoCollins uyohlangana noFraser uthi yebo.
If a driver of the particular motor vehicle, when he was driving initially from joining Collins Street and making a turn at Mali Street, when he wants to join this Collins Street again, does he have to make a U-turn according to the...
My lord, that would be a difficult one to answer because then, and if I understand you correctly, sir, you say travels down Collins Street,
Yes.
turns into Mali Street,
Yes.
and now he needs to join Collins Street again. And I can only say what the reasonable man would say is I would use the garage to make my U-turn because it's a safer area, but that's me. I cannot say what the vehicle did, my lord, because there's no evidence
So
of
there
that.
are more than one avenues to
Yeah, there's more than one way of doing
yeah,
it.
one way of
Yes.
doing it. Somebody
Yeah.
may choose to do this in the other one that way.
Agree, my lord.
Uthi ke manje umuntu masisekangene ngoma uma esuka eCollins wangena ngomali ukuze abuyele eCollins lo muntu loyo kwamele ayenze i-U-turn na uthi mina nginguye mina bengingangena egarage ngoba iyona indlela ukuthi ngingayisebenzisa.
Yes, correct, sir. But my concern is the Mali Street is another entrance to the garage, and Grey Avenue, it's another entrance to engine garage. The main road is Grey Avenue, then Mali Street is the only entrance to the garage. Because I'm following the AVL, let me just give you an example so that you'll have a picture of what I'm saying. The vehicle drove at Collins Street. You see that? It was 1852, 40 seconds. Do you see that? 1852, 40 seconds, driving near Collins Street.
That's correct, my lord.
Uthi uyabona la kubhalwe ukuthi imoto ishayela ngo-1852 ishayela ngase Collins Street uthi yebo.
At 1853, 54 seconds, ignition off at Mali Street. Do you see that?
I do see it, my lord.
Uthi ngiyabona ukuthi la uma ithi 1853 yona imoto isiyama eMali.
That means after the car turned into Mali Street, then it stopped there at Mali Street.
My lord, looking at the image, the vehicle stopped at the garage there in Mali Street.
Uthi uma kubheka umfanekiso imoto ibonisa ukuthi yona ime egarage
All right,
eMali Street.
I'm still with you. At 1915, can you see that?
My lord.
Sorry?
Yeah, I can see it.
1915, 34 seconds. The car starts up at Mali Street, Fairwood Park, Albertine. Do you see that?
I do see it, my lord.
Uthi yebo ngiyabona ukuthi imoto ngo-1915 iye yaduma futhi lapha eMali Street eFairwood Park.
What does it do then at 1920? 35 seconds. It's driving at Collins Street.
It has moved into Collins Street, my lord.
Uthi imoto iseyisukile seyingene emgaqweni uCollins.
So you would agree with me that if it made a turn, it would have turned inside the garage, Mali Street, and joined Collins. Is that so?
My lord, it's possible, but I wasn't in that vehicle, so I wouldn't be able to give you an exact answer on that.
It is. My lord, I'll demonstrate this.
No, the witness is Jay. He says it's possible, but he was not in the car. He wouldn't definitively say that's what happened. Are you saying that, Mr. Dupree? Sir, it is true. Pikani.
Ek gaan nou beslis soek, my lord.
Okay, I'll say that. You are saying you cannot guarantee that it turned the way you, the council suggested.
It's the vehicle was in that vicinity.
Yeah.
It shows in Collins Street. It shows back at the garage.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
ascertain exactly what the driver did because these positions aren't in close proximity to one another. They are time apart. So anything could happen in between them.
Uthi ke umeli le moto kubonakala ukuthi yona iye ya ngena ke kumgwaqo uCollins usuka ngale kumali ungoti uthi ngeke ngikwazi ukuphendula lokho ngoba bengekho emotweni leyo kodwa kuyakhonakala ukuthi mhlawumbe kwenzakele kanjani.
Yes, the reason why I'm getting to that point is because I'm looking at the time in which at which the car start up at Mali Street at 1915. You see that?
I do see it, my lord.
And 5 minutes later, it was driving at Collins Street. I want to establish as to could it be the same Collins Street or the other Collins Street that it was driving at?
No, my lord. There's the position. It's the same Collins Street. The other Collins Street is on this side of the road. It remains on the Mali side street of the Mali Street side of Collins Street.
Uthi manje imoto uma seyithi 7:20 ntambama nge-18 zika June ibonisa seyingene kumgwaqo uCollins uyabuza ukuthi ufuna ukwazi ukuthi ulo ya Collins na lo bekade ilibele ukuyo uthi yebo ingaku kule Collins eseduze neMali Street.
Maybe I might not understand the language of that AVL, but I want to I'm concerned about this 1915. I appreciate the fact that you say they are close to each other, but can it take 5 minutes when you're driving, when you start up from Mali to join Collins Street?
My lord, if I can explain it, it's like, and excuse me for this, but that's normally what happens, is when you have guests, the man is sitting in the car, he's starting the car, but the woman is still talking. So by the time she's finished talking to that time, it only might have moved 3 minutes later, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, I don't know, my lord.
Uthumeli ke manje imoto kuyenzeka ukuthi nangu Collins, nangu Mali. Le moto le ukusuka la eMali ukungena la eCollins kuyenzeka ukuthi ithathe imizuzu emihlanu. Ngodi ke uthi nawu umfanekiso mhlambe ongakwenza Nkosi enkantolo kuyenzeka ukuthi uma kunendoda nomfazi emotweni indoda idumise imoto ngemva kwesikhathi lo mfazi elibele ekhuluma bese mhlawumbe imoto iqala ukusuka ngaleso sikhathi lo nkosikazi sekaqeda ukukhuluma uyenza nje umfanekiso ukuthi mhlawumbe kwenzakele kanjalo kodwa akathi kwenzakele kanjalo ukuthi iyaduma imoto kwakhulunywa bese imoto iyasuka.
No, it might not moving.
My lord, if you look at it, if I'm in court here today, if I'm standing here or if I'm standing here, I'm still at my position. So I think I need to understand the relevance of the question. The vehicle was in the vicinity of Mali and Collins Street for a sustainable period of time.
Uthi imoto leyana ummeli into ayibuzayo ukuthi imizuzu le edlekile kusuka eMali ukuya eCollins ungoti ke uthi uyabona nje nangoma ngime la enkantolo uma ngime la nanoma ngisuka ngime la ngisase khona la enkantolo.
Do you know
ukwazi ukuthi ummeli ke uyibuzela ngakuphi lo
Do you know what impression you're giving to us who are handling this matter? If you say the motor vehicle is not moving, you said when you were cross-examined by my colleague for accused number 5, the car there was excess idling, switching it off, ignition off, starting up. That's the concern. But now the movement itself, if it moves from Collins to Mali, we regard that as a movement. Do you now understand?
Yeah, I fully understand you, Mama. I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is that this vehicle remains in the vicinity of this garage for an extended period of time. Whether it's 50 meters this side, 20 meters this side, I cannot vouch on that because I'm giving you what the map is giving me, what the data is giving me, I cannot dispute what is shown on the data of that particular vehicle, my lord.
Uthi mina ke ngeke ngiphikise lokhu okuboniswa kule map noma okuboniswa kulobufakazi ngoba mina ngichaza le engiyibonayo ukuthi imoto ibekade imile yasuka yaba ku 50 meters ubukude lobo uthi akusinto engakwazi ukuyichaza leyo kodwa ngichaza le engiyibona la.
If we look at 1935, 36 seconds,
My lord,
Fraser Street in Jamestown. The car is no longer at Mali, is no longer at Collins. It's now idling at Fraser Street.
correct?
Uthi yebo ngiyavuma ukuthi imoto beyilibele iduma ke ngase Fraser Street ayisekho eMali ayisekho eCollins.
The reason is because I won't ask you as to what was happening there. My concern is the movement of the motor vehicle from A to B, from B to C.
My lord, if I can take the court to the map. If you look at the total replay order, from the time the vehicle arrived at 18:53, 54 seconds,
Yeah. The order says
272.0.
272.0.
Yeah. And during all this time, while this movement is taking place, ignition on, ignition off, and it happening, the auto stays at 272.0 for a very, very long time up to attainer's movement, could be GPS drift, that whilst the ignition is on, the GPS is always following a circle or a figure 8 circle, and that's very, very technical. I don't want to go into the technical side of it, but it is moving slowly in a figure of 8, and that's the design of it. So it might be that those figure of 8 movement of the GPS could have, we call it the GPS drift, could have made that this looks like the vehicle's moved. But in terms of physical adding kilometers and distance, it is not, my lord.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Manje ke angithi siyazi ukuthi imoto uma ihamba kunala ibonisa ukuthi ama kilometer ayapi 72.000 kusukela ngaleso sikhathi kufikela ize icime. Uthi futhi kunobunye ubufakazi oyikuthi akafuna ukungena kubo la ukuthi bona uma bese sebabheka mhlawumbe leya moto yayikade yenza into engafana no8 ngelokhunjana ngeGPS. Uma imoto imela iGPS yona iyakwazi ukuthi imoto ilibele ibheka nanoma isuka ingayindawo isuka la iya la nje ilibele icimwa ilayitiwa imoto ngabo ngobufakazi babo uthi kodwa akafune kungena lapho imoto mhlawumbe yayikade iGPS libele ilandela iyenza into efana no8 ngoba la kuma kilometers ayimove isase lapha yana ku 272.000.
Why then in the AVL does it not reflect GPS drift?
My lord, it's not a status that we report. While we've got a fixed status, we've got a fixed status, and maybe just for the sake of the court, and all of us these days are using a mobile phone to send somebody a location if you need. And we all have seen that location moves around all the time. It's not a fixed every time. It moves. It moves less while moving, if moving in a car, but while stationary, it is always in that figure of 8. And you don't see it, but it's a small figure of 8 running in the background, my lord.
Manje ke ummeli kungani ingabonisi kubhalwe GPS drift uthi thina la sisebenza khona ayiyenzi leyo nto ye GPS drift. Kufana nomuntu uma uthumelela umuntu mhlawumbe intombi yakho ilocation ukuthi izokuthola endaweni ethize uma ulibele uhamba nakancane uhamba ukusuka endlini ukuya egate leyo location ibonisa ukuthi iyahamba into eyikuthi iyayenzeka.
Okay. Before we conclude on this aspect of the positioning of that motor vehicle within that area, this is concerned, the question that I'm going to ask you is concerned about the other motor vehicle that is alleged to have been in the same vicinity. But because it is not fitted with the tracking system, you won't be able to assist the court about the presence of that motor vehicle in that area, correct?
That is correct, my lord.
Uthi lo mbuzo ongifuna ukubuza umbuzo oyikuthi uhambelana nalenye imoto lebe kuthiwe nayo yayikade ikuleyo ndawo kodwa uthe leyo moto yayikade ingafakwanga AVL kunjalo uthi yebo iqiniso.
Now let's move to after it has departed. You said 23-27.
It was there till 23-27 on the 18th, my lord.
Correct,
It departed
yes.
on the 19th.
Uthi imoto ibekade ilaphaya kufikela isikhathi masithi 23-27 isuke kwilanga elilandelelayo.
All right. Now the motor vehicle is driving 14, sorry, I'm not sure if may I just confirm this matter before? Yes, 23-27. It says start up at 001403 Mali Street. Is that what you have just confirmed? Then, still on the 19th, at page 38, it shows that the vehicle was now driving near freeway, Rodekop. No, I think I'm confused. My lord, I think I have to check my notes first. I don't want to confuse issues here. Join N3 00. No, it can't be.
When you say Rodikop, it's,
Yes,
it's
no,
that side of the Mari Street.
Yes, I don't want to get.
Because I know that area.
No, I don't want to get them.
But it's a location which is facing the highway.
Yes,
That's it.
the small location that is facing
yes,
the highway. All right. We are now at 1410
On the 19th, my lord.
on the 19th. 1410 at 40 seconds. Driving near freeway Rodeco, Jimistin. From Fosloras. Entry from Fosloras now. Of ramping. The first off-ramp there was, is it Hattiesburg Road?
My lord, I do apologize, but I'm now in the middle of a trip, so I don't know where this trip started, where this trip is going. So let me just get the...
Let me just clarify this, Mr. Dupree. The reason why I'm selecting the dates, the dates and time, it must relate to the version of accused number 2. You understand? There are things that are not relevant.
Version is, my lord.
No. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
There are things that I've skipped on purpose because they are not relevant.
I'm not following, my lord.
Uthi angilandeli uma uthi kunezinye izinto oziyekile ezingabalekanga
Let me
uthi
give you an
angizwisisi
example.
la.
Let me give you an example.
No, we can continue.
When-
I just want to see where we are, my lord, in
Okay.
terms of the trip and the road. Because
Yes.
the last time we were at the garage and all of a sudden we are almost...
But
10 hours later. So I just want to orientate
No,
myself
no,
on the
no.
map.
I'm taking you on the time that is reflecting on the AVL. I'm not just guessing. I said to you,
Nobody said you guessed.
I'll end up 23, 27. Remember when we were Jimistin?
Ignition
I-
off 23, 27 on the 18th.
That's
yes.
correct. Then it start up at 0014.
Correct.
Correct. I then left that evidence from there. Then I said, disregard everything up to the on the same date, the 19th, at 14:10. Do you see that time reflecting
I do
on the
see the
AVL? Do you see that?
Now, do you see, my lord?
Yes. At 42nd, the vehicle was driving near Freeway Rodecop. That's what I'm saying.
That is correct, my lord.
To follow that.
uthi ke asiqhubeke siye ku 1410 la imoto beyayikade ishayela eduze ne-freeway eRodicop uthi yebo ngilapho.
Yes. At 14:12, 25 seconds, driving near Heidelberg Road. Do you see that?
That is correct, my lord. Let me just...
Uthi ngo-1412 yayikade ishayela ngase-Heidelberg Road uthi yebo iqiniso.
It reflects Rodecop in Jimistin. So from that freeway, according to the direction, which turn did it make? Which direction did it take?
My lord, if we can follow on the map here, there's the vehicle driving on the N3 highway direction, let's say from Vosloorus back to Johannesburg direction.
Sisuka ke kuyo le map lena le moto isuka eVosloorus iya ngaseGoli.
It then takes the Heidelberg off-ramp.
Thatha umgwaqo we-Heidelberg.
There's the off-ramp, if we can follow on the map there. It takes the Heidelberg off-ramp and joins Heidelberg Road.
Futhi ke uma sibheka laphana kumfanekiso iyabonakalisa ukuthi iyasuka ku-Heidelberg Road iyothatha i-off-ramp.
So when it gets to the bottom of the or the T-junction, it would then turn right into Heidelberg Road, direction L Road, if not mistaken, it's direction L Road.
Uma seseyifika laphana ku-T-junction izawujikela ngakwesandla sokudla ingene e-L Road.
Can we then go to the coordinates of the 14th of 14 hours 12 minutes?
That is where we are, my lord.
Yes, 28,1380. Can you put us on the map there?
There it is, my lord.
Uthi silapho kumfanekiso la ukukhuluma ngakhona uthe siye khona ku-1412.
All right. What can it show from that coordination? What landmarks that can it?
My lord, let me take you to the actual image.
Uthi thingiyeke kumfanekiso ngizokwazi ukunibonisa.
So, just for the sake of orientation, if we can follow my arrow on the map there, the vehicle was traveling on the N3, taking the Heidelberg off-ramp, and is now at the intersection of the Heidelberg off-ramp and Heidelberg Road. This area here.
Imoto yayikade ibele ishayela laphayana ku-highway yaqhuzuka yangena-ke kumgwaqo u-Heidelberg Road.
Does it show a steel plant around the area?
A steel plant, my lord. I just happen to know the area.
Yazi kunendawo ebizwa iScore Metals ngakwelinye ihlangothi.
They are on this side. That's the metal plant, and the vehicle is on the opposite side of the M3 model.
Uthi imoto nayo ila le ndawo leyana iScore Metals ila.
All right. As the car is traveling towards L Road, as you said, can you lead us with the actual image on that Heidelberg Road? There is a railway bridge. Can it show that?
My lord, let me follow. So I'm not There's a railway bridge. Let me just get here. Maybe this is going to be an easier one. Yeah. So, yes. So here's the vehicle
Still driving?
turning right and driving along Heidelberg Road.
Yes.
And this is the railway bridge you are referring to, sir.
Yes.
There's the railway bridge. The vehicle then passed under it
Yes.
and is now at this location, still in Heidelberg Road.
Can you please go back to the uthi-ke imoto naya iyeza izodlula la kuhamba isitimela ibronco lesitimela idlula ngaphansi bese iyeza-ke khona laphayana emgaqweni we-Heidelberg. Thank you.
So on the right hand side of that area, does it reflect or show a dumping site?
My lord, let me just check here. There's something there, but I'll have to go onto Google to confirm what is there.
Uthi-ke kunala ibonisa indawo la kulahlwa khona izibi uthi kunendawo kodwa izawufuna ukuthi ngiyibhekisise ukuthi ithini leyo ndawo.
My lord, after the train bridge, there's Alberton City, Ekurhuleni, there's something here. Looking at this, it looks like bins that's packed over here. But I've got no reference. It only says Alberton City, Ekurhuleni. It doesn't say what it is. Oh, here it says Alberton City, Ekurhuleni Municipal Waste Transfer Facility.
Uthi kunendawo lana ebhalwe, can you please point to the thing? Uthi kunala kubhalwe Ekurhuleni Municipality Waste Transfer Facility. Akanaso isiqiniseko sokuthi kuyini lapho.
Okay. I'm putting to you. All right, sorry, let me just. As you go along that Heidelberg road towards Al Road, at 14:20, 35 seconds, ignition off at Ring Road. Do you see that? Ring Road East.
That's correct, my lord.
Uthi yebo ngiyabona la imoto icishwa khona
Vicinity.
No, my lord, it's quite a distance away at the shopping center.
uthi ikude naleya ndawo ila
To estimate how far is it from the dumping site or from that waste transfer facility?
My lord, just give me a moment.
ungakwazi ukusichazisela ukuthi kusukela la imoto ime khona uyofika ngala kulahlwa khona izibi kungaba ubude obungakanani uthi nginike ithuba nje ngikwazi ukuthi ngizochaza lokho.
My lord, estimate almost 3 kilometers.
Uyadweba laphayana ke ukubonisa ukuthi kusuka la kulahlwa khona izinto ukuzofika la imoto bekade ime khona kungaba mhlawumbe ubude obungalingana namakhilomitha amathathu.
All right. It's your testimony that when you're looking at this coordinates, it shows a shopping complex. You mentioned Nando's yesterday.
Now, my lord, for the sake of clarity, let me just show the court.
Kule ndawo le othi kuyathengiswa khona izolo ukhulume ngeNando's uthi ithingike ngithi ukubonisa inkantolo ukuze ngikwazi ukuyicacisela kahle.
It says here, this is the facility or the vicinity where the vehicle was, and it says here Nando's Alberton Newmarket drive-through.
Uthi ke imoto yayikade ila. Please go back again. Uthi imoto yayikade ila. Naku ibhaliwe ukuthi Nando's New Market drive-through. Na ibonisa nesithombe sangaphakathi eNando's.
Thank you. In relation to the active images that you are showing now, will you be able to show the active images for 2020?
No, my lord,
Not for
because
2023.
This is the
Latest.
this is the latest map we're using. So no, I cannot. But just give me a moment. Let me just check something, because Google do sometimes provide you with a scale that you can move around, but unfortunately not for this.
Uthi ke njengoba usibonisa manje ngoba le imfanekiso ka2023 leyo sibonisayo, ungakwazi nawe ukusibonisa imfanekiso ka2020. Uthi ithi ngizame
No, my lord. I would not be able to tell you what it looks like in 2020.
uthi cha ngeke ngikwazi ukubonisa ukuthi ngo2020 kwakade kunjani lapha yana.
So there is a possibility of changes from 2020 to 2023. Is there any such possibility?
That's a good.
My lord, things change by the day, so I wouldn't be able to tell
The
you that.
witnesses asking to speculate.
I believe when we use the word possibility, it's not in, we don't use it naively or in a naive sense, because when I'm following your evidence, especially yesterday, when you talk, sorry man. When you're giving evidence in relation to the position of the motor vehicle at Baragwana Hospital, you mention the word possibility because it is your evidence that you saw that motor vehicle at or near the gates of the hospital. So your evidence further was that there is a possibility that the motor vehicle was inside the hospital. Am I right?
That's what I said yesterday. That's correct, my lord.
The witness did say it's a speculation.
In these proceedings. But I've indicated, then I'll actually request the wisdom of, if one may, to be asked.
You go to the city council, you request the maps there.
Yes.
Right. And then you peruse the maps. They tell you what was built, what was not built, what was demolished, etc., etc.
Yes.
Is that advice enough?
That is a fair advice, madam. But I would request then that,
But the court can't tell you to give evidence. That
No.
can't happen.
then I would request that such an initiative can be taken to bring that evidence. Either after this witness.
You are counsel, you must decide what you want to do.
Yes, my lord, but I must put it to the attention of the court because I don't want to bring something and surprise the court with it.
Aye.
Leave it
Okay, fine, yeah.
and
Is that it with this witness?
I'll just put it subject to confirmation. I'll just put it to the witness that that area in 2020. May I move on, madam? At least it's on record.
ngamangale angithulanga ngoba igama lami kuthulanga ngithuliswe ukuthi bebasafuna ukuthi inkantolo itshele ummeli ukuthi mhlawumbe kungenziwani ukuze kutholwe ubufakazi bokuthi ngo2020 kuleya ndawo kwakuyini. Manje inkantolo ithi mhlawumbe uma ungaya kumasipala ufike ucele ukhansela ukuthi akunike imfanekiso yokuthi ngo2020 kuleya ndawo kwakade kuyini, mhlawumbe kungakusiza lo.
The motor vehicle was driving after it
That's the place where the vehicle was
unlocked.
correct.
Ring
Malot.
Road. Is it the same area?
It's still in the same area reflected on the map there.
Ngo 1507 iyenza u-GPS unlocked. Isase kuyo leyo ndawo leyo uthi yebo iyabonisa futhi nalaphayana kumfanekiso ukuthi isase kuyo leyo ndawo.
So, to be specific on those coordinates,
There's the coordinates, my lord.
yes, they don't reflect the same.
They don't. If we, it's there. It's
Meter ame elibele enjalo.
At 15:22, 32 seconds, access idle, Ring Road, New Market. Same position.
same position, my lord.
Uthi nango 1522 isase lapho.
Lord, let me just confirm. Arrival at 15:20 and still being there at 15:22. That's about an hour.
Nalingana nehora.
Now let's get into page 39. 1541. Page 39.
Uthi siya ke ku page 39
1541. Are you there?
ngo
1541.
1541.
I've got it, my lord.
At 1548, 15 seconds, GPS unlocked.
Correct, my lord.
Uthi ngo 1548 futhi iyayenza u-GPS unlocked
Can you
futhi
gi-
udaba olukhulu kulali khona.
Can you give us the images, active image there?
It's on the map, my lord.
Uthi umfanekiso ukhona laphayana kumabona kude.
The court requested you to show us the bridge. The bridge next to Baragwanath Hospital.
There's the bridge, my lord.
Uthi nalo lelo broho ebekade kukhulunywa ngalo.
Thank you. So the bridge is outside the hospital.
That is correct. It's crossing the road, my lord.
Leya broho lingaphandle kwesibhedlela nasi uthi leya broho liyeqa umgwaqo.
So the entrance to the hospital by the motorist is before the bridge.
That is correct, my lord.
Ukungena esibhedlela uma uhamba ngemoto uzongena ngaphambi kokuthi ufike kuleya broho.
According to this AVL, according to the geographical arrangement position of that area, is it the only gate to enter Baragwanath?
My lord, that's a question I cannot answer because I've never been in that hospital complex, so I wouldn't know if that is the only entrance.
Uthi ukungena laphayana esibhedlela yona yodwa na indlela yokungena. Uthi mina angaze ngaba khona laphayana kulesa sibhedlela manje angazi ukuthi yona